What's going on, everyone? We're here. We're here. Um, ooh, just here with a little different kind of video. Uh, we joined another league. Um, really just since starting up Big Juice, it's really made me want to just play it a lot. Really, honestly. Big Juice takes up a lot of time. I think aside, because the reason why Big Juice takes up so much time is because it's 2 games a week, and they're best 2 out of 3 sets. So the sets are long, and you got to prep for 2 every week. And in a normal league like this, where it's 1 game a week and it's just best of one, definitely a lot less stressful. I mean, I guess you can look at the other way because you have a lot less opportunity to come back if you start playing bad, but um yeah, I think it'll be good. Definitely just want to test out some Pokemon before uh when Scarlet and Violet come out. Gonna be all in those new Pokemon. Gonna be want to trying out all of them with terrestrializing. So this is like, I mean, I don't have any really the only Pokemon here above. I only have 2 Pokemon that are Gen 7, and I don't have anyone from Sword and Shield. So really, this is like an X and Y team with Serena and Golem and Alolan Golem on there. But anyway, just wanted to try out a couple Pokemon before terastallizing and all the new items and all that stuff. So it's like I wouldn't say fine. Like I'm still gonna draft Pokemon that are previous to Gen 9. It's just um definitely want to try out some Pokemon before I really. It's really if there's a lot of new cool Pokemon, I'm gonna be wanting to draft them. So this definitely last whole bit of Pokemon I want to try out before getting the new season with a bunch of new Pokemon for Big Juice, and I might potentially stay around for PDL again going next season. So who knows? But anyway, it's time to stop rambling. This is my team. We got Latios, Entei, Milotic, Sylveon, Thundurus, Therian, Crobat, Serena, Sneasel, Buffalon, Golem, Alolan form, and Mega Aggron. Um, So yeah, I'll just go over each pick, why I picked it, and yeah, go over to Showdown. I got Latios. Well, so I got draft. I was number 5 in the draft, so I knew I could get a top tier Pokemon that I wanted without really getting sniped. Because again, they allow in PDL they allow some things that are like usually banned, which is kind of cool. So they allow things like Greninja and Cinderace and a lot of the Hisuian Pokemon and all the Hisuian Pokemon. So I knew the first 2 of the first 4 picks were gonna be Grunt and Cinderace, and they were. One of them was Ursaluna, and I forget what the other one was. So I essentially got a free pick in whatever I wanted besides Grunt and Cinderace. So I decided to go with Latios. It's a really solid Pokemon all around. Um, there's really nothing bad about Latios. Calm Mind, Dragon Dance, uh, just 4 attacks. You can do mixed with Draco as your only special attacking move. You know, like a supportive set with Memento. Uh, just really solid Pokemon. I thought that I really wanted to use, and really just no. I don't know. It's just in my first season of Big Juice last season. Uh, I got a low tier dragon in Druddigon, and I think it's good. Like as long as you have a dragon on your team, it's fine. But I found that it's a lot easier, I would say. If you have a higher like I'd rather have a higher tier Fairy Dragon Steel Core than a higher tier Firewater Grass. So I really wanted my dragon to be solid. That's why I got Dragapult and Big Juice, and now I'm getting Latios in here. Just high tier dragons. They get picked up a lot in the first round anyway, along with the fairies, because they're they're there for a reason. They're very good, very reliable. You can basically bring them every week. So that's boy Latios. Uh, Entei. I wanted to do so. There's three fire types that I always look at in draft. It's Entei, Darmanitan, and Infernape. But those three fire types, I always look at them when I'm doing a draft, and Victini. So four. Those four, I always look at them going into a draft. I'm like, okay, which one do I want? Season 1 of Big Juice, I got Victini. I loved it. Season 2 of Big Juice, I got Infernape. Currently loving them. Really excited. I'm really happy with how I've been using them. So with this, it was like, do I want Entei or Darm? And ultimately, I went with Entei. And a lot of people in the PDL chat were like confused, like, why would you get it when Infernape and Darm were up? I was like, I have Infernape in another league. I don't know. I just my thing with Entei is that it does stuff that Darm can't do. Darm obviously uncontested GOAT at wall breaking, especially in draft. Really not a switch in to Darm. But what I like about Entei is that Sacred Fire. I mean, that's really why you get Entei over a pick like Darm or like any other really big fire types. It's because of Sacred Fire. If you don't know, Sacred Fire is a base 100 move that has a 50% chance to burn. So, yeah. If you just use it, you're basically burning something. And the reason why I like that is because I have Pokemon like Milotic and Sylveon, which defenses aren't the greatest. I can go Marvel scale Milotic, but again, don't want to be forced into that every week if I have to be. So Entei just supports my tank so well. Because again, with Aggron, his defense is so high that you're never really killing him with a physical move anyway. But if I burn something, he's just that much more invincible. And even then, it helps out Serena because she's naturally pretty bulky. Helps out Crobat because he has great resistances and is sort of bulky. And especially just the Milotic and Sylveon, it really just makes them that much more bulky and that much more like survivable in the games. So Entei is sort of a wall breaker, but he's more of like as weird as it sounds, he's more of like a support for my bulk. Um, but again, the choice band, I can literally just bring a choice band on this thing every week with Sacred Fire Extreme Speed, and it's just gonna kill like one or two things every game. This thing's crazy. Again, could have went Darm, but really, I wanted to. I like Entei, and I think that the Sacred Fire burns are really going to be crucial this season for me, especially with Pokemon like Milotic and Sylveon that I've been highlighting. So on to Milotic, just bulky waters are great. So currently I have Empoleon and Big Juice, and that's good and all. But the thing I dislike about Empoleon is the thing I like most about Empoleon, and that it's Steel typing. So I like Steel because resist Fairy, super effective against Fairy, very good. Steel is very good. I'm not complaining really about that. But what's unfortunate about the Steel typing is it makes it so that Fire moves are now neutral hits. And I realized when I was prepping against certain teams in Big Juice, most notably Last Minute Linoons with MNAS, don't really have a switch into Darmanitan because my bulky water can't switch into a fire type, which is just kind of cringe. So I went with Milotic, just pure water, great typing. Um, it's just great bulk, has great recovery with recover, gets flip turn, gets the screens, toxic. Like we all know what Milotic does. Just a very solid Pokemon. Can be a little bit predictable, but what if I bring Coil on you? Raise that defense up. You know what I'm saying? So again, just wanted a very reliable core, and I think between Sylveon, Milotic, and Aggron, I think I did it pretty well. So that goes on to the next. Sylveon, uh, great fairy. If you've noticed, I have a certain method to how I like to draft. And Bulky fairies with Wish Pass support and cleric options is just what I like. Season 1, Florgus. Season 2 of Big Juice. Mega Audino. Season 3 of this, Sylveon. Those are really the three that I like the most. Now that I've drafted them all, probably gonna have to come up with a new game plan going to Season 3 of Big Juice, but Bulky Fairies with Wish Pass cleric option support is just great. I love it a lot. And what I like most about Sylveon over the other two is that Florgus, you're kind of always running leftovers, Audino's and Mega Stones, so can't really have anything else. But Sylveon, I can do leftovers, I can do specs, I can do Life Orb, I can do Pixie Plate, I can do a lot. Nothing wants to. An uninvested Hyper Voice, like two shots most things. This thing is absolutely insane. It hits crazy. I can get. Bro, if I'm feeling myself, I can go Calm Mind. If I'm really feeling myself, I can go Body Slam, Pixelated Body Slam, go for the paras. Pixelated quick attacks go crazy, don't cap on it, and just, again, it does a lot of what Audino and Florgus can do, just a little bit more versatility, and that's what I like about it. So I'm going to Sylveon. Thunderous Therian is absolutely insane. Went undrafted both seasons of Big Juice. I got this thing in like round like 8 or 9 in PDL. I don't know how I got away with it. I really don't. Thunderous Therian is crazy. You can slap a scarf on this thing every week, and it's just going to perform extremely well. It's an electric type that gets U-turn, which is absolutely amazing. Ground types can't stop your switch. If I want to do the dual dance set with Nasty Plot Agility, I can do it. 145 special attack is just absolutely nuts. Volt Absorb is nice, helps out the Milotic and Crobat a lot, which is good. And yeah, I mean, slap a scarf on it, slap Expert Belt, slap a magnet, slap anything on this thing, slap a Life Orb. This thing is nuts. This thing is absolutely crazy. Very excited to use it. Base 101 speed is very, very good. Because a lot of Pokemon hover at that 100 to like 90 range, especially that 100. Having that extra point over them is very good when it comes to the speed tiers. Crobat, again, 130. Absolutely nuts. Crazy speed tier. Has great resistances being a poison flying. Can make it my defogger with heavy duty boots. I can band it. I can Life Orb it. I can give it. Crobat is so versatile. Does a lot of things very well. Be anti-lead and install with things like Taunt and Toxic. It's great. Nothing wants to eat a Brave Bird from this thing. Get some niche moves like Super Fang. And I can even run Giga Drain if I want. But yeah, this Pokemon is just great. Really, when I saw Chris get it, I was like, damn, I kind of want that. So definitely a Pokemon that I wanted, and I'm glad I get to use, especially before Scarlet and Violet, because, like I said, it's going to be a lot of Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon from Gen 9 that I'm excited to use when they finally get released and we know what the whole dex is. So, again, excited. Sneasel. Really just, it's budget Weavile, isn't it? Sneasel is just again, great speed tier on 115. And if I could have gotten Weavile, I would have, but it would have been too much points. So I was like, you know what? Let's go Sneasel. It's the same thing, just a lot cheaper. Sneasel, it's literally it's so good, such great value out of a low tier Pokemon. I don't think they allow cut moves like Pursuit, which kind of sucks. But still, knockoff, Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, stuff like that. Just solid Pokemon. Really unfortunate that I can't use Pursuit on it. Kind of cringe, not gonna lie. But either way, excited. Life Orb, Band, doesn't really matter. It's gonna do its job. Big Sneasel. Bouffalant. Again, this is my tier 5 pick. alongside Golem. So I just wanted some power down here, you know? Just wanted to try to hit, like, with the lower tier Pokemon, you never really prep for them as you should. And when you have something like a Bouffant that if it comes and they don't prep for, it, like 110 attack, that's going to hit, especially with reckless head smashes or reckless double edges, it's going to hurt a lot. Swap a choice band on this thing, life orb, silk scarf, it's going to hurt a lot. Again, no one's really gonna prep for it, and I might only bring it to like a game or two throughout the whole season. But in that 1 or 2 games that I do bring it, it's gonna put in a lot of work, and it's definitely gonna get a kill or two every game I bring it. Excited for it. Mega Aggron, what can you say? Season 1 of Big Juice got Mega Gyarados, absolutely loved it. Season 2 wanted to try out a lower tier Mega. I want to try out a lower tier Mega that was more defensive and bulky. I could really use as like the glue to my team, and I thought Audino would do it the best with my draft plan that I had in mind, and I'm enjoying it so far. I really am. But the thing I don't like about Audino is how weak it is. I like the bulk, but I don't like how weak it is. So thinking about megas that I wanted for PDL, I was like, well, let me pull up the thing. They do it a little bit differently, so you actually lose a lot of points. You get a tier 1 or a tier 2 mega. So I was looking at these. My eyes immediately went here. I was thinking of a couple things. I was thinking about Ampharos. I was thinking about Steelix or Sceptile. I was thinking about Blastoise, but you're not allowed to use Shell Smash on it, so I was like, I don't want to do that. But Aggron just stood out to me, because in my planning, I didn't plan to get a Steel type in any of the other tiers. So I was like, I think Aggron would be good. Just you never have to invest into its defense. Just invest into special defense and HP every week, and this thing just eats everything. 140 attack again. Don't even have to invest in it, and it's gonna hit absolutely hard with things like Heavy Slam and Avalanche. So Aggron, just a really solid Pokemon that maintains the bulk of something like Audino on my team, but also gives me power near Garrett. Like, let me see Gyarados' attack. Mega Gyarados is it had comparable attack to a Mega Gyarados, and is a lot more defensive. So I was really excited to draft Aggron, and I think it's a good mix of something like Audino and Gyarados. So yeah, I really like Aggron. Um, Definitely kind like these defensive megas are cool, but I'm really missing the power of Gyarados. So just saying, for Big Juice Season 3, expect me to put my eyes towards the offensive megas, I'll say. The supportive ones are cool and all, but now 2 leagues, 2 seasons back to back, might want to get that power going to Big Juice Season 3, I won't lie. And there's 2 Pokemon I skipped on my team, Serena and Golem. And that's because originally I was going to get Go-Go as my tier 5, and whatever tier Serena is, I think it's tier 3 or whatever, or tier 4, one of them. I wanted to get Donphan. However, Donphan got sniped. The only snipe that I had of this draft, but it hurt a lot because I lost a Rapid Spinner and a Rock Setter. So I was like, okay, what learns Rapid Spin? Then I always like Serena. You know, Queenly Majesty is a great ability. I absolutely love it. Um, just pretty decent stats all around, and just hits like a truck. 120 attack, gets Rapid Spin, gets Trop Kick, which is essentially just an Intimidate, a damaging Intimidate. Gets High Jump Kick, gets Recovery, gets Recovery and Synthesis, gets Aromatherapy. It can do a lot. You can slap an Assault Vest on it. You can slap a Leftovers. Like, Serena gives a lot, and I really like it. I had my eyes on it going into Season 2 of Big Juice as well, but decided not to. So, it's like, okay. I got rid of the go-goat issue. I still have my grass type. And I also have my spinner. But I wanted another rock setter because, as you see, my only rock setter so far would have been the Aggron. So I was like, I don't want to be forced into bringing rocks every week on Aggron. And while Golem isn't going to be a good bring every week, so Aggron's most likely going to have stealth rocks every week, which kind of sucks. But on the off games, I bring Golem or leaves Aggron at that moose slot. And Golem, Alolan Golem, in my opinion, is probably one of the best tier 5s in draft. Reason being, Magnet Pull and Galvanize are all three abilities are insane, by the way, but specifically Magnet Pull and Galvanize are absolutely crazy. Magnet Pull forces Pokemon like Corv and Scarm to just stay in and die. You guarantee kill them, and they're forced to bring Shed Shell against me just in prep. And if I bring Golem and I have Magnet Pull and they have Shed Shell, cool. They switch out, but next turn it's gone and I kill them. I can also play that mind game and just bring Galvanize. That way they think they're forced in. I just kill it anyway, and I just have more damage. Even in prep, if someone has a Scarm or like a Steel type that's weak to Golem, they have to bring Shed Shell. And whether I bring Golem or not, they can't afford to not prep for Golem, and it allows my team to have an easier time against their Steel type, which helps my Sylveon out tremendously. If I get the Steel types out of the way for Sylveon, it flourishes. It flourishes. Poison moves, I don't care about them, bro. I have a Mega Aggron. Steel type moves, I still don't care. I have Aggron and I have a Milotic. So, really, Golem is just great value for my team. Really is. Yeah, quad weak to Earthquake kind of sucks, but I have Serena, I have Crobat, I have Thundurus, and I have Latios. I have a lot of ground immunities and resistances. Not really an issue that I have. So yeah, this is my team. I think it's oh shit. I think personally it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Definitely a lot of Pokemon that I was looking forward to using. And I'm glad I got it all but Donnie. Donnie definitely sucked. Had to change up the draft plan a bit, but excited how it went out. But again, I'm gonna make this video going over my team. I like it, and I'm gonna head out of here.